my name is Rage, and welcome to a Rage perspective on DayZ Standalone, and I am just so excited that it is finally here, because quite frankly it has been too long since I have graced the shores of Shadar Pronominus, that Russian place, also known as Chinaris, its actual name, with my new bass, trying my best to collect a backpack while not being shot by the countless player killers. But that's a story for another time. So if you don't know what DayZ is, and therefore do not know why Standalone is a big deal, then apart from me suggesting that you should probably not be living under a rock, I'd also suggest you go watch my Rage perspective on specifically the mod. Needless to say, giant open world, survival, zombies, you get the idea. It was fantastic fun, a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, spent a lot of time playing it, and good times were had. And then slowly but surely it faded into kind of obscurity when Rocket decided to take the game standalone and cease being a mod for Arma Free. Don't get me wrong, there was always a strong community surrounding it, but it did fade from the spotlight, especially on YouTube, for a long time, and now it is back with a vengeance, with a sneaky pre-alpha release on Steam just before Christmas, like some sort of miracle. It's enough to bring a tear to your eye, ladies and gentlemen. So I imagine the main thing you guys will want to know is just what is Standalone, how does it differ from original DayZ, and why you should be all up in its grill, because you really should be all up in its grill. The first thing that I need to get out of the way is that it is black and white because it is nighttime. You probably knew that, but this is my main negative point around the game. It is nighttime for way too long. Now I have got the gamma and brightness whacked up to stupid levels so you guys actually have footage that you can see while I talk, because I'll be honest with you, if I had it at the normal recommended levels, you'd be looking at a completely pitch black screen with a crosshair in the middle, which is not fun for both the player and the people watching this. Now, it's not all bad. Nighttime in DayZ changes the dynamic quite a lot. In daytime you can see everything, see loot, see players. It's a lot more open, a lot more, some would say deadly, honestly. It can be argued whether night or day is more deadly. In day you're more likely to die to a player, at night you're more likely to die to a zombie. That's how I would categorize it. But nighttime is only fun in short bursts. Apart from the fact that nighttime causes your eyes to ache because you're having to squint and focus really hard, at least when you have it on the normal brightness settings, it just is not fun after a while. Using your torch to sneak around and look for loot and everything is good, it's intense. Accidentally bumping into a zombie is a moment. For example, I had a hospital explore where there was like 6 dead bodies, and I was so like into that. I was, and the slightest thing made me jump. In fact, I'll show a clip in a second of me going up some stairs and something terrified me, and it's a little bit embarrassing after the fact. So enjoy this clip. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, go, 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 go. Oh, there's another floor. Oh, that's my shovel. That's my shovel. That's the shovel on my back. Oh my god, I legit jumped. I legit jumped with the, oh my Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh god, that was terrifying. My poor heart. My poor heart. Okay, so yes, after me embarrassing myself by, you know, being terrified of my own shovel, let's move on. So, yeah, nighttime, way too long. It's nighttime from about 5 PM, which is when most people get in and can be playing games anyway, which means hardly anyone is getting to experience daytime, which generally speaking is more fun, and that is annoying. And that's not even intrinsically something wrong with the game or gameplay or bugs, it's just some settings that need tweaking, because right now, nighttime is way too prevalent. So that aside, negatives out to begin with, the main differences between Standalone and normal DayZ. First and foremost, nearly every building you can go in now, which is absolutely great. The world feels a lot more open because of that, and lets you loot a lot more interesting places. Secondly, there's new towns added, like for example Chinaris, the place I am now, the main big town. There is a massive apartment block complex system with schools and police stations and supermarkets north of the city, which adds another massive area to loot before you think about heading north. And also, the UI is just completely gone. There is no handy food, you're low, water, you're low, noise that you're making. You have to play the game a lot more intensely survival. You have to work completely, there we go, I'm thirsty, bottom left corner. Your character will often come up with messages saying what they need and what you should provide them, otherwise bad things will happen. Or such, for example, if you go without water for long enough, your character will fall unconscious, blackout, and basically you either wait for someone to give you adrenaline or an EpiPen, I can't quite remember which one it is, it has been a while, and you will be woken up. Otherwise, you basically might as well respawn, because you will just be unconscious for a long, long time. One of us spent about 3 hours unconscious unconscious and did not come around themselves, so we're not actually sure how long unconscious lasts, but it is, needless to say, way too long. Sorry for the sudden jump cut, ladies and gentlemen, but some information has come to light since I made this video that I would like to convey with you all. So in the meantime, enjoy glorious colour, DayZ. So, of course, the bitching of your character, the constant, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, etc, etc, gets really annoying and is not that much more realistic than having actual icons. And indeed, Rocket has agreed, as in the next patch, there will be icons on your inventory screen when you open it up, so you can actually see what's going on. It should also be noted that the theory is that a fresh character spawns about 30% thirst and hunger. That is when you get the green message saying you're okay, because that's just the danger threshold, which means most players are spending their time going from 30% to 20% and back between those ranges getting constant message spam. So when you first start playing, eat loads, drink loads, you'll go up to 80-100% and you'll get about an hour of gameplay before you get message spam. Just a quick tip there, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, I will let you continue with the video. Now this is cool. Things like this, there is slight environment changes. It's not the Chernarus that you know. Things have been altered slightly just to add a little bit more flavour, such as this plane that has massively crashed through this building and taking it out, making everything look a lot more visually interesting. Talking of visually interesting, the graphics, they are upgraded. You might not be able to tell perfectly because of the goddamn night time, but it does look really nice during the day. I managed to get about 10 minutes of daytime playing today before it turned night. Yay! But yes, everything looks a lot prettier. Also, the focus has been placed firmly back on survival. The original DayZ was great, but it devolved into a player versus player sandbox killer, where sometimes zombies get involved, but they're really more of an annoyance than a threat, which of course is kind of awkward, given that it's supposed to be a post-apocalyptic zombie survival. So loot is a lot rarer. Finding food and water is meaningful, they are rare. I think I've maybe found two lots of food in the maybe 6 hours I've been playing this. In fact, at one point I was running for 10 minutes holding a cereal box because I didn't have a backpack to put it in, so I was just holding it in my hands in the vain hope that I could find one, because I was not giving up that food that I'd finally found. That was my cereal box and I was keeping it. Unfortunately, I got bludgeoned to death by 3 people for my cereal and immediately regretted my decision, which leads me on nicely to the fact that people are playing this game with old DayZ mentality, and that is wrong. It is a lot harder to survive now. You should cooperate, like seriously. At the end of this, I'm going to have a few clips of stuff that I've been doing, and you'll see what I mean, in some way at least, because it's just absolutely ridiculous. Apart from that, it is a bare-boned alpha. There are warnings on the Steam page, warnings when you open the game, telling you that this is a pre-release alpha. Do not expect loads of fully fleshed out content, do not expect loads of additions, do not expect it to be bug-free, because it just isn't. People are complaining on forums, complaining everywhere, that things are going wrong, that bugs are happening, and that is completely expected and normal. That is not something you can complain at the game about. Just read the freaking Steam page or the notice. It just makes you look stupid when you start complaining, and the amount of people that are is quite frankly ridiculous. So know, if you are going to buy this game, expect features to not be implemented, expect features to not work, expect things to not be fully fleshed out as they will be in the final game. That said, there's still a lot of fun to be had. Zombies, as you may be able to tell from the fact that I've seen 0 zombies, I feel like he's just forgotten to implement them in this build. We've seen maybe 7 zombies in the entire time we've been playing, going across the entirety of Chernarus, and they're not that much of a threat at the moment. They're pretty easy to outrun, although they do have this tendency where once they've seen you and start chasing you, they chase you for literally forever. Like, they do not stop. They are iron zombies, half the time unkillable, the rest of the time homing missile death zombies of It's because they're Russian zombies. Chernarus is in Russia, and you freaking know, do not mess with alive Russians. Never mind zombie Russians, they will fuck your shit up, and indeed they have. It is not cool. So yeah, the zombie ratio needs ramping up massively. I should not be able to walk through this city just at all. There should be zombies everywhere. It should be difficult, and that's something that I imagine will get addressed as the game goes on. Vehicles are not yet implemented. They will be, of course. Vehicles are in the original game, and I imagine they will operate a lot smoother. Which brings me on to yet another point. The controls are a lot better and smoother now. There's none of the armor-free clunkiness, mostly. For example, if I start running, if I want to go into a sprint, I have to stand still. You see that second of standing still before I'm allowed to sprint? Stuff like that needs ironing out, but that will iron out over the course of the alpha. But yes, everything generally feels quite smooth. Just little quality of life stuff from being able to vault while running, so you don't have to stand still and do the slowest vault in the history of man, making chase scenes, quite frankly, less dramatic and just more like a sketch show, which, to be fair, had its charms, but now everything just feels better. Spacebar, I can ready my fists and just start punching people. Attacking while moving? Yeah! Amazing. I mean, I think maybe you're allowed to melee weapon while moving, but I'm not quite sure in the original DayZ. It has been a long time while I play it. All I know is that things do feel a lot better if I lower my weapons, and there we go. Notice in this entire time I've been playing, I realise I've not been in that many buildings, but I've not actually found any loot. Now, a few of us have found a crap ton of guns. Evans was playing this and he had 5 guns, 5 pistols at one point, but no ammo. Ammo is very precious. You are lucky if you've got a gun that can actually fire, which makes me wonder why all these players are using their precious ammo on killing other players with no gear. Now, the first time I was going to record this video, I was lying in some grass preparing. Someone walked up to me with a fucking M14 assault rifle and shot me in the head. I was a fresh spawn. I don't even get it. What goes through their head? It is like day 2 of pre-release alpha and people are getting their bandit on. There are people who are wrong in this world. They just are. But yeah, I should probably show you the inventory. So if we hop into my inventory, as you can see, it's a lot nicer and clearer than the armor inventory. And there is a hotbar to quickly switch between things. No more annoying scroll wheels. And also, there is character customization. It's very basic at the moment. You can choose your skin tone and the colour of your starting clothes. But in-game, you can find lots of... What? I'm bleeding. Am I being shot? I can't hear any bullets. Oh god, yeah, I'm being shot. Well, who's shooting me? You're proving my point, whoever you are. Stop shooting me, please. I have nothing. You suck. If you shoot me, everyone will know you're a heartless bastard, you prick. So you can still talk to people in-game and, you know, try and convince them that they're friendly with the nice friendly dance, which you can still do. You can also use the friendly dance to break your back for some reason in a sort of comedy, bad posture approach. Maybe it was an invisible zombie that shot me, but it did sound like bullets. The sound effects are a little bit bugged, but that's what you'd expect from such a bare-boned alpha. But yes, there is a crafting system in the game now, which is absolutely fantastic. You can actually make hundreds of items. Well, it's projected to be hundreds of items. I doubt it actually is right now. But for a quick example of that, if I run away from the fact that I'm, you know, blood is dripping everywhere, for example, I can drag this battery onto the torch, attach it to the torch, put the torch in my hands, put the torch on my hotbars, and now I've got a torch. If I can I actually do it with my starting gear? See, I don't think you can. See, in my jeans themselves, there are 4 slots. You can find clothes that give you equipment slots. You can find your usual stuff like backpacks, like you'd expect in DayZ, but you can also get stuff like gun holsters on your chest, like army pants, which have lots of storage in the pockets, backpacks, lots of different visual equipment. And what's also cool is the customization. You can get masks, helmets, caps, different clothes, army stuff, different coloured like jackets, hoodies. You know, you can really customize your character and have unique survivors instead of everyone running around as clones of each other. There's the fire escape. This character I've resigned to death, so the only thing that's really reminiscent of original... Did someone just try and speak to me? I heard someone try and speak. They better not have tried to speak to me. The only thing that's reminiscent of original armor is that you still have to scroll to interact with a few things. Like if I scroll and turn on my torch is now on and, you know, can obviously then shine it at things. But I don't need it right now because of how ridiculously high I've changed my gamma and everything, so you guys can actually see what's going on. So I think, really, I have tried to cover everything that I can think of that's really changed. Being that I've played DayZ for hundreds of hours, everything that I've noticed has changed. What I can say in a nutshell is that it feels completely like DayZ, just better. There are obviously things that do need to be changed, will be added, etc., but the feeling is there. It feels like you're playing DayZ, and it is fantastic. The nostalgia trip right now is great, and I can't wait to get into proper play sessions and play with everyone, and just generally, it's absolutely brilliant. The DayZ Files was one of my favourite favourite, probably the favourite series I've ever done. So much fun to make, and I cannot wait to start doing them again for you guys, because it's just, I'm just so happy. The stupid, silly situations and intenseness, and it just has it all, does DayZ. If you're at all interested, oh, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, perfect thing as to what happens. I was bleeding for ages, I don't have any rags. Basically, if you find clothes, you can tear them up into rags, which let you use them as bandages, etc, etc. But yeah, that's everything you kind of need to know about the current DayZ. It's normal DayZ, but just better, and this is the very bare bones, and we get to see it progress into a fantastic game. I will leave you now with a clip that happened when I logged in earlier on a character that I unfortunately lost before I could record a video to a dick with an assault rifle who seemed to be populating Chinaris like rabbits. But I'm not bitter at all. No, I'll be doing plenty of killing once I get a weapon of my own. What? I never said that I can't be one of those guys, I just don't like them myself. My name has been Rage. Like if you enjoyed this video. I will see you all next time. A goodbye. You're bleeding quite profusely, sir.
You're lying to someone, aren't you?
I need a bandage.
Yes, I know you need a bandage. I've literally just spawned. I got nothing.
Tell him if he's got a t-shirt on, he can rip off his t-shirt and turn that into rags and use that.
Oh, there's another survivor here as well. Oh, I'm totally going to take out my shovel and beat him to death for his backpack. He's already bleeding.
Wow.
Okay.
So the guy who...
Oh, they're punching me to death! They had the same plan! I only have a shovel! What are they doing? They're both chasing after me, walking with their fists raised.
I can't help but feel like you deserved that.
I didn't start on them, they started on me. This is hilarious.
You were about to attack them. That's what you
Didn't
said.
know that. I'm just running in circles round them. Oh god, where am I?
They're gonna get you, you realise that.
So funny. Not if I get my shovel out, they're not. Oh, they're flanking me. They're flanking me. It's not possible to melee someone who's running from you.
Fight.
Why is this the first thing that happens to me? Fuck's sake. There's a guy who's bleeding to death and a guy with no gear chasing me trying to punch me to death. I need time to get my shovel out because of course you still can't get weapons out while running. Okay, get my shovel out, get my shovel out, get my shovel out. Alright, now we're talking. Alright, where are you, prick? Oh sure, stop chasing me now, I've got my weapon out. Come on. Come on, come on, where are you? Where are you? Oh, they've just straight up gone! What the... I'm so upset right now. Ah, no, I see them, I just caught sight of them going into a band over there. Alright, let's do this. Shovel murderer. Shovel murdering Pete is what they call me, guys.
Be right back.
Wish me luck. Wish me luck, Fluke.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Oh, 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 it's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. I shoveled him to death. He did. And now I'm shoveling his friend. You need to die. You need to die. They can't punch me properly. I'm just battering him with a shovel. Oh, they're both bleeding profusely. Oh my god, I could just perfectly imagine screamer music to this. I just wish I knew how to say the screamer music because I can never do it correctly.
Say what?
The work, work, work. You know, like the violin screechy murderer sound. Thanks, man. Thanks. Why is this happening?
It's okay.
If I killed him. Okay, I've killed that guy. Just keep barring. It's what you get for chasing me, you bitches. Die! Die! Come on. Come on. Come on, yeah, do it.